What is up, and welcome to a Neon Gaming Dimension reacts and impressions to the Xbox Showcase for 2025. We just had a pretty incredible breakneck presentation. Then we got a bunch of reacts videos out, as well as watching the Outer Worlds 2. So we are going to talk about the Outer Worlds 2 stuff here as well. But first, we're going to go through our Xbox Showcase impressions. Before I get ahead of myself, my name is Gage, aka Luke Shot First, and you are watching Neon Gaming Dimension, either live on twitch.tv/Neon Gaming Dimension, Neon Pocket Dimension, sorry, or later on YouTube, youtube.com/@ Neon Gaming Dimension. Anywhere you're watching us, thanks for being here. We really would love if you gave us a like or a subscribe. We do tons of gaming content and other nerdy content of all sorts across our channels. So we'd love if you stuck around and gave us some love. I am here with my two co-hosts today, the OG crew. We're here reacting, having a great time. We've got the producer supreme, the dungeon master himself, Jacob Jones. What's up?
Sup. Long live Xbox. Long live XCast. Long live the Switch 2.
Hell yeah, nice. And then we have the sultry singer himself. That is the singer bro, aka Steven. What's up, dude?
Pretty hyped, but
yeah.
I like that.
So we just saw a lot. I want to say the show was about an hour, and then the Outer Worlds one was some time. I don't know. It was a blur. It was a blur, guys.
Well, it started at 10. It's 12 now, so technically it was less than 2 hours altogether.
Okay, so that's a little faster than we've had in the past. I feel like the last couple of Xbox showcases were pretty chunky.
And for the record, that did include an extra direct. They said that they were going to give us just a direct to Outer Worlds 2, and we just got a surprise direct after, which we'll talk about after our, because the game we didn't know about until the showcase, and then they did a surprise direct. So I thought that was kind of fun, and still all of that clocked in about hour 50 minutes.
Yeah. So initial thoughts, let's go through. But yeah, just overall a quick comment. Like it just felt like breakneck speed of like announcement. We were all kind of just trying to catch our breath. It was fun. But
absolutely.
But yeah, I'm gonna start with you guys, and let's just give our overall thoughts. We can grade it if you want. Give it a number on our 10-point scale if you want, and just kind of overall impressions, and then we'll go through each thing.
No 0.5s, Gage.
Sounds
no
good.
0.5s.
Sounds good to me. All right, Jacob, how you feeling?
I'm gonna give this thing a 9 out of 10. It was excellent. It delivered in ways that we didn't expect. It delivered in ways that we really hoped for. It delivered things that it didn't deliver everything we were looking for. And that's why it's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. It was incredible. But there's a couple things I may have wanted updates on, or you know what I mean? And like, we got a lot of 2026 dates, and I know I'm not really nitpicking that. I'm just saying, if I was going to say if it was the perfect thing, it would just be like a billion things that I'm able to play in 3 months, or on top of 2026 titles. There's it's like kind of 50-50, but it is just so goddamn good. It's going to take a lot for me to say 10 out of 10 for anything, just so you guys know. But yeah, I absolutely loved this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like you said, like it's hard. A 10 out of 10 is like gotta be reserved to just like jaw on the floor type of shit. And not that there wasn't those announcements here, but it's just like obviously that takes a big fucking impact, and you want to save those for the all timers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like the Nintendo Switch reveal year where like there was a million launch titles. Like for instance, that's a 10 out of 10, right? I think it's very conditional,
yeah.
But that's just my own subjective thoughts on it. It's pretty much a 10 out of 10, or like this.
Yeah, I think we had a blast. Steven, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say a 9. It had pretty much everything I could want from like a gaming showcase, right? Like Xbox tends lately to have this trend of just really lifting up the rest of summer showcase.
My goodness,
fest, right?
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy the other two, ones just kind of didn't really hit as much as this one did. I do feel like it's weird we didn't see any more updates, like in general. It seems to be kind of what they've been doing, but this year it was just game. And then come on, Xbox handheld?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, 9 for me.
Heck yeah. Well, pull the slot machine, and bam, 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 bam. You're a triple winner because we got 9s across the board, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This was definitely just a really good time, and like you said, like the best showcase by far that we saw across the state of play. Summer Games Fest. I haven't watched all the indie stuff yet. We're gonna have a little recap about some of the other stuff that we saw throughout the weekend next week. But so I'm sure there was some fun indie showcases. We got to watch the Devolver Direct and stuff, all that kind of thing. But yeah, I think Xbox just continues to be exemplary in their showcases. And like you said, Jacob, there's a couple of things that I wish we got updates on here. I would have loved to see Perfect Dark. I would have loved to see Fable. But because of the way that Xbox has kind of like gotten in this cadence of having the January Dev Direct with like typically 4 to 5 games, maybe one of those being third party, and giving us kind of like a map for the year that way. And then having this showcase be kind of like a more stuff to look forward to in the future. Those things not being here aren't the biggest deal for me. Like I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Probably we get Fable or Perfect Dark in one of those in January. And then, maybe the next big deep dive at the next year's E3 thing, Summer Games Fest showcase thing is one of those two games, Perfect Dark or Fable. I would imagine Fable. So,
Fable, probably.
still a 9 for me. Yes, there's a few more things that I'm like, oh, where was that? But also a lot of really fun new stuff that we haven't seen here before, or we've seen a glimpse of before, like Dawn Walker. I forgot we actually did see a glimpse of that before, but like way cooler now that we've seen it again and it's fresh in our minds. So yeah, a lot of really great stuff. I can't wait to go through it with y'all.
Absolutely.
Handheld, baby. Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
We'll
Let's
get
go.
there. We'll get there. All right.
9 out of 10, baby.
So we got Steven on our keep us on track mode
Absolutely.
today. He's got the list of games.
Yep.
So without further ado, let's get started, bro.
Yeah. So the first one, I believe it's opened up with Outer Worlds, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Which, we got a new look at it, like a new trailer. Had the whole Outer Worlds breakdown thing, the big deep dive. It was, yeah. So this was kind of like, okay, a little weird we're seeing it right here, but that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of just like tone setter. Here you are, like this is our big game today. You know what I mean? And it's not surprising to me that they put this so front and center this year.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
It's big.
mean, it's like it's big. Like it means they
I know
really
it's
believe in
big.
it. You know what I mean? But it is a little like I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't scream like the main thing, even though it's obviously awesome and they're going way into it. So that's cool.
I think that we're just expecting this, right? And so I can see where you're coming from there, but at the same time, we haven't got a full out Outer Worlds 2 breakout big trailer, big feature. And this is the big project they want us all to know about. This is they're like, look, Game Pass, next big thing, next really big thing. Here it is. It's going to be this game. They want to really show it off here. So starting with it to me makes a shit ton of sense. It does look great, and I know we had the direct after this later, but not everyone watches the direct, so you got to keep that in mind. Just pretend like the direct doesn't exist. This is a good way to start your showcase if this is the game that you want people to know about, and it looks great, so it's not a bad way to start your fucking showcase. And that's just my opinion.
Look at those weapons, man. They look so. I don't know. I guess
everything.
I don't know if we're gonna break down the showcase as well, or do you want to just do it here?
We're gonna just
yeah. I think we can give our another impressions when we see it later, or just kind of wrap up
because there's more to get into with this. But yeah, it looks really great.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, moving on. What was our one after that? You gotta.
Well, that's where Steven
I think I have a spot missing here. There was one in between Outer Worlds.
Oh, it's
High on Life.
High on Life 2.
Yeah, High on Life 2.
High on Life 2. Yeah.
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 Yeah, dude.
Cool.
It colorful. Obviously, it looks a little bit more open. I don't know. I didn't get much of, but a flavor from these trailers, right? I don't know if this is gameplay or if this is.
It feels like it's highly scripted and enhanced game, like cinematic gameplay.
That looks like more like honestly like a proof of concept type of like animation, just to be like, hey, this is what we're making. I don't think this game's coming for a while. Like, did we get a year on this at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll see in a sec.
Yeah.
But
We'll see in a sec, but yeah,
Wow.
it looks. I'm just really happy. I know there's so much going on screen. I'm really happy that these devs get another shot because I think the first game was well received. There's a lot of great concepts in it.
yeah,
The humor was obviously
Justin
really.
Roiland stuff, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just it certainly soured me finishing the game because it happened immediately in.
Yeah.
But like it was still I loved the universe. I loved the vibes. It's so like self-referential and ridiculous and fun. It's like. I like that they're going even like a little more like extreme kind of like 90s gross skateboarding shit going on right here.
It's coming
you know
this
what I mean?
winter.
This winter.
Oh,
Holy
hell
shit.
yeah.
That probably was gameplay then.
PS5 as well.
Wow.
I want the guns to shut up. Give me the option to shut up the guns. That's what I was saying.
yeah.
No, not me.
I hear that.
Make it.
Like,
Make it
yeah.
annoying. I think it's funny. I love the guns.
I mean, they're annoying. I get the point of it, right? Like it's like, all right, they're in your face and annoying all the time, and they even make jokes about it during the first one. So
The turtle,
I guess I
the
could definitely see why they
fire-breathing
just leave
turtle.
it, right?
Yeah, this game.
The fire-breathing turtle gets me.
This game's gonna
great.
fucking rock.
Again,
dude.
Squanch with the first one, it was good. Hop between different worlds and stuff, and then get like kind of Metroidvania a little bit, like with the upgrades.
You get a good freeze frame.
Get Out, and it was funny. And there was like a bit with like where you're working in an office and like you're like, I don't know, it's like filing paperwork. They made that hilarious. So I'm excited for the second one. Like just the humor alone.
Yeah, I'm big on like the Squanch games I played. Trover Saves the Universe. I think they're really creative dev studio, and I'm really happy that they are getting a life beyond Justin Roiland because I think they're worthy of it. And this game, I think the first one was a proof of concept, and I've been saying it this whole weekend as we've been seeing sequels. I'm like, there's been so much bad news in the game industry. So many teams are being broken up. So many people are going out. Amazing talents going out of the games industry because it's all fucked.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice to see teams be able to take the thing that they did one of and improve on it and get better, because like that's how we get the next big, Squanch in 10 years could be a more renowned studio having had a few more games under their belt if they're all the same team. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, this game looks like the step in that direction. It looks excellent. If it's anything like this trailer is, then sign me up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Next we have the Xbox handheld reveal.
Dude.
Which
do we have like details?
Xbox handheld, which like
I'm gonna grab
I don't know if we have. Yeah, if you want to look that up, I'll just vamp us in. But like we had the Xbox. I didn't expect to see this here for some reason.
Yeah.
Wait, did we have one?
I don't know why you wouldn't expect to see it.
Right.
Well, I guess they just haven't typically done.
I guess
a whole
they
lot
kind of
hardware
like
talk. Yeah.
Yeah, they did like a whole like, oh yeah, we're focusing back on like partnering up with third party things, and they kind of made it seem like they were pushing it down the road earlier.
It's actually not the ROG Ally. It's this game.
Actually Blood of Dawnwalker.
No.
Wait,
not.
what the fuck was this game?
It's like, so it looks like you didn't write all the games down. It's Resonance.
This is Resonance. This is the
Plague Tale.
This is the Plague Tale Legacy one.
It was just a tease of the conversation about the ROG Ally right there.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this one.
This was interesting. There was like Centurions and Romans, and then kind of Lara Croft,
like a Minotaur kind of vibe,
Grecian.
Labyrinth sort of thing. I don't know how it's linked to Plague Tale.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe this is the origin of where the plague comes from or something. I don't know.
Could be. It could be because, that the Plague Tale takes place like way after this time period. So
yeah.
It looks cool. I'm sure she'll find like, some kind of plague rat, and then it'll be all crazy. And look at all that
companion,
like scarab beetles and shit. It's looking crazy.
Maybe beetles. It looks supernatural in elements, which is interesting because obviously there was some really crazy stuff with the rats and a couple of other like
the rat tech gave me in those ones. So like I'm expecting that with like bugs and other stuff too.
This
so.
is interesting. I'm sure like some sleuths or history buffs out there will look at this and go like, "Oh, this is like like some sort of god from like old mythology or
Greek
something."
mythology kind of.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean,
So-
or just like or Minos, like it just feels like Minos from from old Greek mythology. But yeah, interesting. Who knows?
Could be.
But I these games have been consistently beautiful. I've liked kind of like
Yeah.
the double A and with triple A graphics nature of them. They're
Mm-hmm.
kind of Last of Us-y in a lot of ways. So like we'll see how this ends up being a little more actiony, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it could also be like parry to gameplay, which they kind of were doing over in that game too. It's like about timing, could be, but you're right. It looks way more action adventure than like
Yeah.
stealth thriller, which is kind of what those games are. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I think you're in the right
Yes, this
vein
looks
there.
like
Yeah.
it just kind of seems like this looks like the devs saying like, all right, we made games, we can still stay in that universe. Let's kind of make something different. But then using the lessons that they learned from developing the first 2 Plague games. By the way, if you haven't played any of the Plague Tale games, like start with the first one, play through them. They're good. Definitely worth it.
Amicia.
It holds up. It holds up.
Amicia. Yeah. All right.
They're so cinematic and gut wrenching and cool. And it's good stuff.
100%.
Okay, now.
Great stories.
So now I do believe.
Oh, this is the
when
rock.
they
Yeah.
showed.
Yeah.
So before we get into this, can I just give us some quick details, and then we'll?
Yeah, I
man.
pulled up a page too. Go ahead and read it.
Cool. So this is just from Josh Broadwell at Polygon. Asus ROG Ally variations during the Summer Games Fest include a more powerful AMD processor and a native Xbox app, among other things. The ROG Ally Xbox version comes with an AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme GPU, 24 gigs of RAM, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then one terabyte onboard storage, which is pretty intense. That's
awesome.
over the normal 16 gigs and 512 gig storage that you get on the regular ROG Ally. They said that all of the stuff that we see at this show is playable on this thing, as well as like Xbox Play Anywhere games. Anything that's in Xbox Play Anywhere is available on this. It looks like some of the leaked images were pretty darn close, but this is I think looking really pretty beautiful. I think it's awesome. The Xbox button, pretty sick.
Yeah. Do you see those 2 little fan vents like pointing at you while you're holding it?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get like a face blast of hot air while you play this fucking thing.
Are you sure it isn't like speaker?
They could be speakers, but like that's where my brain goes. Like that
I
would
like
make
the idea of a face blast.
that would make way more sense if it was speakers. I'm sure it is. But that's just what I thought.
You remember like you ever play those arcade games where like they blow fans in your face? Like
Yeah, but if 2 speaker vents like that, that probably is. I mean, if that is the case, and I'm sure it is, because that makes way more sense. To me, that looks like it could be some nice, like almost 3D audio, because of the way that they're structured. If it's going to be like really pointed at you, because think about most handheld devices, dude. Where's the speaker? It's on the bottom, the top. Same with your phone. I have a speaker on the top and bottom, and it plays like all those frequencies. If it's pointed at you like that, it could do what surround sound can do. It could do what your sound bar can do, probably. So I'm really interested to see how the audio sounds on this thing.
Yep, it runs an optimized version of Windows 11 that's specifically made for this. So that's cool. And then it's got like a game bar functionality and also some stuff that Asus has built in, like Armory Crate and Game Bar. I'm not exactly sure what those features are. But,
Armory Crate is legit, by the way. It's like a utility thing. So you can update drivers within it and everything that you need, or you can actually control like the fan speeds. If you have RGB, it's all in there. It's like sort of like a utility for your motherboard, typically.
Very nice. And then built-in Xbox button. They've an aggregated gaming library, full screen experience. It seems cool. I think you can plug this in to a TV and do its thing, so that's cool.
Honestly, I think that's the norm now with these handhelds. Like even the Steam Deck has a dock, but it literally just has like a mini HDMI out, if I'm not mistaken. So the way I see it, any of these handhelds coming out, if they don't have that, then like, what are you doing?
Yeah, totally. Download natively, obviously. Like this isn't all cloud stuff, although I'm sure you can do cloud stuff. Oh, there you go, stream from the cloud. And then we're also just seeing Hollow Knight here, by the way.
Yeah, which Sarah Bond literally out loud said, when this thing launches, Silk Song will be on it. So it's either coming with the launch of it or it's going to be out before the launch of it. But it kind of sounded like technically Hollow Knight
Quote-unquote
Silk
launch
Song
title.
is a
Yeah.
launch title for the ROG Xbox Ally. There's a graphic showing the two different ROG Allies like next to each other with prices to kind of show you the difference right here. So there's two of them.
Yeah.
There's actually two models. Like obviously the Ally, it's Xbox, right? The ROG
Goddamn,
Xbox Ally X, of course, would be the fucking name of the better one, right?
It's clunky.
But
It's
as you can
clunky.
see, they both have Z2s in them. The X has Z2 Extreme and the Ally normal Z2A, 16 gigabytes memory versus 24, and then 512 storage. So that's you basically have your Series S kind of one and your Series X kind of
It's
one.
white.
So,
That's
but
pretty
that
good.
also means that there will be a more affordable ROG Ally option as well if you want to just pick one up. You're strapped for money, or you just want to get into that Xbox ecosystem handheld. I have a feeling these are going to be huge, dude. Honestly.
Me too. I think that the portable PC community, like with the Steam Deck and with the ROG Ally before, and there's one other, right? Is it the Lenovo Legion Go or something?
Yes.
I think they are still a relatively niche product, although I think game sickos like us are plugged into it, and I think it's like probably pretty ubiquitous amongst like the hardcore of the hardcore.
Yeah.
But even then, probably people who have Switches maybe don't plug for these, or people who already have a really good gaming PC, they don't necessarily need it or something,
Yeah.
But I think the fact that this is like just doing the thing, right? Like this is just a native handheld that is powered by one of the big three, and here you go. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Like
yep.
it just feels seamless in a way that I think is gonna is gonna be more appealing to the general audience. I think a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And not to mention, you get your entire Xbox library. So, like, if you're someone like me, I mean, first of all, Game Pass, obviously, that's a given. But we're not talking about that.
Totally.
I'm talking about, like, have you had an Xbox ever and an account on the Xbox and bought anything digital or redeemed anything with Games of Gold? It's all going to be on here, dude. You can download any game, which you can't do. I can't do that on my PC. Like, some games are Play Anywhere. A lot of the old ones are not. And this is going to be a handheld way to actually play your full Xbox library. And I think it's confirmed that with these, because it's running Windows 11, like you said, you can play Steam games on it too.
Yeah, you can. So that's awesome. And
come on,
that means you're multiple libraries. I mean, you can probably even boot up Epic on here if they have an app.
Yeah.
And that means like it can be your full gaming experience if you want it to be. So who knows? Like depending on what this looks like. And depending on what the next gen of Xbox hardware looks like who knows? Maybe this is how I'm playing Xbox games. The thing that's cool is like Xbox doesn't care. They're like, yeah, man, we just want you in our ecosystem. Like that's how we do this. And
it's literally the same thing because at the end of the day, you're still buying an Xbox. I'm sure that Asus and them are working into some kind of like profit share slightly. You know what I'm saying? Like Xbox is gonna get a cut of every sale, but really it's like the raking in the subscriptions costs from like Game Pass. And not to mention, like, if you're buying a game on the Xbox ecosystem, that's still going to Microsoft. So that's why they're like, Play Anywhere. Who cares, man? It's all good. We're going to get your money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Psyched for this shit. 100%.
And I'm happy we saw it here. Like, it's like you said, Steven was like, oh, I'm kind of surprised that it was here. We just haven't always had like hardware deep dives or announcements of those things like that. But I think this being a partner thing as opposed to like the next gen release of whatever, it makes a little bit more sense. It's like they want to sell it.
They are marketing the fuck out of it. Let's be honest. But yeah, again, it's not like a direct about the device because it's not made by them exactly. But something I just noticed that I didn't notice before, it says holiday 2025 in the small text at the bottom of this. It's coming this year for Christmas.
Wow.
So remember, parents, scalpers are rough. All right, it's gonna be wild out there.
Yeah,
but
get ready.
Good luck.
Get ready. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what the regular ROG Ally, if there was troubles with that. Obviously, when the Steam Deck came out, it was tough, but they did that kind of rollout where people were getting them, right?
No,
so
we're gonna see. It's gonna be intense because this one is like a full, like a console branded thing, and there's a big marketing push. I have a feeling these might be hard to find. at first.
100%.
Let's see what's next.
Right on. Yeah, let's do it. See what's next. This was Sarah Bond came out, talked about some
Sarah
Play
Bond with
Anywhere
the fit.
things.
This is a
Oop, we gotta
commercial.
switch to
So,
commercial.
sorry guys, I'm
Hi,
just
Paul.
on YouTube.
Hi, Paul Rudd. Hi, Paul Rudd.
I'm not logged into the account with the YouTube, so whatever. What's it called? YouTube Plus.
YouTube Premium.
Premium.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, let's get to our next game. What is it? Come on,
Let's
Sarah.
see. Let's see what happens.
Ah, yes,
oh
the
yeah,
blood game.
this is where we had Dawnbreaker,
Blood of the
Dawnwalker, Blood of the Dawn. Yes, not Chronos the New Dawn. So vampires.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. What
From
is this?
X-Witcher devs.
I'm sorry, what?
X-Witcher devs came and made the studio. This is Rebel Wolves. They broke off a few years ago, and yeah, this is what they've been working on. I think we got a tease about it maybe last year or the year before, and yeah, I mean, I feel like no one's ever really truly nailed the vampire game other than like Vampire Survivors maybe. Although, are there even vampires in that game?
No, you're not even a vampire.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's
Other
just
than
an arcade game.
and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean, like, a vampire, like third person or, like an action RPG, like it seems like the mechanics are, or maybe this is more like God of War, like, I don't know. We'll see, but I'm just excited.
I mean, it looks like I can see the DNA of Witcher, I guess, like after you mentioned it, but it just looks like a action RPG or action adventure style game, maybe even like Souls-like kind of vibes. But you're right, the fixed camera angle does seem very God of War. So yeah, I mean, it looks sick. I'm sure that over time we're gonna like upgrade our vampire powers, and like you're called the Dawnwalker, so I don't think you're gonna be like not stuck in the nighttime. It looks like he can walk in the day too, right? He's like a blade type. Looks like you're hunting vampires as well as a vampire. It's basically a medieval Blade, but with a white dude.
Medieval Blade.
But I love like seeing the sky, like the sky turn up red, and there's like cool church imagery. Like I think it's looking cool so far.
Yeah, this looks cool. Definitely one to look out for. Was there a date?
Let's keep it rolling. We got a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Next year. Okay, keep going.
2026.
Next year.
That's great.
Sometime.
I'm 2026 is looking stacked.
Yeah, next up we got 3D Meat Boy.
Oh
yeah. Let's go.
I don't know what they called it, but that's what I said. I
think it's Super Meat Boy 3D I think is what it's called.
I think so. I think it is.
Yeah. Now this is really awesome.
Yeah.
His little butt is so funny. It's so good.
I do like that his like bloody Meat Boy trail is everywhere. Like everywhere you step.
Yeah.
That's
so, and it kind of looks like it does like a 2.5D in some places, right? Like
it's got a bit of like a Mario 3D Land thing going on.
Yeah.
Like
some
that
isometric
kind of to it.
camera angles sometimes, but it's still.
Oh, look
3D.
at the boss battle too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it still looks like Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks. What do you want to say besides 3D?
Yeah,
and it looks tough as nails. Like still, you know what I mean. It still looks like proper tough.
This is definitely the type of game
you're gonna get pissed playing it. Is
That's the point of Super Meat Boy, to piss you off when you play it.
Yeah.
This is the type of game I will drop games to play through from start to finish. 100%. I love platformers, especially ones like this. So I cannot wait.
2026, more goodness.
Good shit. What's next?
Up next, we got Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yeah.
And then we had a release date on this one, which for October 21st of this year, which is
very
nice.
Cool. Cool. Hype. So big October game for Xbox. Between that and Outer Worlds, that's kind of their Outer Worlds too. That's kind of their fall. That's great.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play any of these games in October. I'm gonna be playing only horror games. But then in November, I'll play the shit out of this.
There are a few horror games on you. Yeah. Even though I'm bad at them, and I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to the games for some reason.
Me too.
But I know Gage is gonna play this day one, and it's gonna be incredible.
I'm very excited about it. It looks flashy as fuck, man. I am recently a Souls-like converted, and I'm really into that whole style of action. But I am excited that we're getting just like true grit, classic video game action, like hack and slash, do it up combo craziness.
Totally with you. Totally with you. I feel like the old days of more arcadey style games, or even just old school stuff like genres. Like we're getting a new Onimusha. We're getting new
Yeah.
real-time
Right.
strategy games. You know what I mean? Like it feels like gaming is back from like the 1998 to like 2005. You know what I'm saying? And like that is like an
Totally.
era of a lot of fun stuff like this. And I'm fucking in. I'm fucking in. dude.
This drill thing is so brutal. I
The
like it.
drill, yeah.
So brutal, dude. Can I
Hell
just
yeah.
get a
Very
gif?
excited.
I just want a gif of only this repeating.
Just yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4.
This
Very
year,
excited.
man. Wow, so crazy.
Xbox has quite the year on
Um,
their hands.
Yeah, we have indie up next for the Order of the Giants DLC.
Oh yeah,
September 4th.
down.
What can we say about this? More indie, it looks like.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
good.
around to indie
It's
yet.
good.
I will eventually, but it's just not. It hasn't happened yet. But but I'm very excited to eventually see this through. So.
Indiana Jones.
I played like 4 hours of indie.
Yeah, yes, you did. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a great video game, and it's a great thing worth your great time. So please give it a try, and you can buy it on PlayStation 5 right now if you want to. I'm stoked for this DLC.
Give it a
I'm
great
ready to
try.
keep it up.
It was like one of the top selling games on PlayStation 5 last month. So
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah, totally
That's
great
good.
game. Totally great game.
Yes. All right. Next up.
Beast of Reincarnation.
So
This,
yeah.
this was really interesting.
Interesting.
It's a mouthful, but this was really interesting.
What's the most
And I'll be
interesting
honest,
thing
I
about
don't
this?
remember.
Game Freak.
I don't remember. Yes, that's what was crazy.
Yeah.
And just how it looked, right? Like
Right.
we went from cursed images and fucking to this. Like, what's happening, Game Freak? What
telling
are you
you.
doing? Is that where all the effort went? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Love her.
Oh.
Love her outfit. Love that whole thing going. She's got like companion wolf. That's pretty cool.
Yep,
She's fighting big
She's
old
like-
beast.
tree powers as well.
Mm.
Like,
There's just one alarming thing for this game, and it happened for a couple games, but right here and other times of this trailer, it is like running at like 10 FPS. Like this, like
Yeah.
what is that? That's
oh,
not
right
30.
there, yeah.
That's not 30. That's like game slowdown. So whatever's going on with that, I mean, obviously Game Freak is the least optimized dev of all time. And that's kind of showing here. That's the only kind of thing that worries me slightly. But then you see footage like this, it's at 60 frames. So like it's probably inconsistent like captures, essentially. I have a feeling this game will kick ass. I cannot believe the Pokemon devs are making this. This is not even anything like they've ever done before. So yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, man. They don't forget they made that horse racing game. The
Oh,
cards.
right. And the card jockey or whatever.
Card jockey. Yeah.
I don't know about these. I had to look those up.
It's also doesn't lend credence to this being their next game.
Yeah, good point.
But
No.
yeah, cool tree powers and shit. Man, I think the creatures, if there's one thing we know that Game Freak can do, it's design cool creatures. So
True.
that's cool.
Basic ass name.
And
though.
just like, yeah, not a good name for it, but like, how can they fucking make it look like this, but we get dog poo poo with Pokemon?
Well, Scarlet's running great on the Switch 2 now. All right, so I'm gonna give them a little,
Yes, I will
little
say.
credit.
I will. They needed a little more hardware, I guess.
Interested to see if this comes out on Switch too. I mean, you figure it's got to, but
No, didn't say it. Let's see.
No, it didn't. Say
Oh, I guess
it as a
it's not
platform.
really. It's not really like confirming or denying like console.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, it
Say
is.
here.
It's just saying Xbox, PC.
interesting. I
Yeah.
wonder if I wonder
right
if
here.
Game Freak is just working with Xbox. Oh no, PS5's there, Steam. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
PS5.
Interesting.
It's just
If
not
it's not on
Switch.
Switch 2, that's a miss.
Yeah,
Seems odd, but
Eh. it's fine.
Next we got Clockwork Revolution. We got another look at Clockwork Revolution. Still in time, no. So, or even
in due
year,
time. Yep.
but it continues to look astounding.
Yeah.
Keep cooking
was
in exile. We'll wait.
I was a little surprised because this looks like so much game. We saw so much of this. We saw gun customization, gameplay for sure, cinematic elements of it, like systems,
Well, and-
menus, we saw a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
There was another game in here that I thought that we didn't get a release date. If I'm
There's a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
The shark.
It seems like they're really taking the time to like polish, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm.
Consider this, right? If you make a game where you can time travel and change timelines and stories, like imagine the metric fuck ton of like story notes in those story writing apps that you'll have to go through where it's like if this happens and this happens, if they change this, then it's going to change all this stuff. It's probably all that. It's probably like balancing how the time travel can really change everything. But it really like this game is a game. You could see it. It's like this is gameplay. This is all in engine. There's a lot going on. I think that what'll happen is the next time we'll see this, we'll get a release date, but it won't be far out. It'll be like a year, if that. You know what I mean?
I think we see it next year, and then maybe within.
Yeah, it could be announced like next year for sure. Like 2026 winter or like 2027 spring. Like that's our big.
It looks pretty damn solid.
Yeah, I could see this game coming out like February 2027. Their big 2027 launch game essentially.
I hear that, and honestly, this is just everything we saw from this, which again felt like a lot. Was just totally scratching an itch. I was like, hell yeah, man! The powers, the time gameplay stuff, obviously the aesthetic, and then honestly, the thing that surprised me the most was how humorous and kind of like the world was full of character in a way that was really cool.
Yeah, agreed. Can't wait.
Dishonored meets freaking BioShock.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly.
But it's like it seems like the best steampunk game ever made, honestly.
It really does.
Yeah,
they're really going in with the gun customization was the thing that I wanted to like say was
so
my
cool.
favorite part of it. It
right
just looks so damn cool.
That time grenade looked sweet.
Grenade, dude. It's just so cool.
A time fucking grenade.
I just like everything is like metal and like brass and like like shiny.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Like whipping wires and stuff?
Yeah. Look at that
Super
shit.
Crazy.
There's some crazy shit going on. Look at that. You just melt someone.
Oh, he's like aged them.
Rapid age them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're about to go ahead in 100 years, essentially. This doll,
of course, the little weird.
I'm gonna want that plush, dude.
Next up, we have Matt Booty.
Matt Booty flexing. It was weird. He said
some stuff.
He was like, "Oh yeah, like adaptations and like movies and shit and shows and stuff." And then he didn't announce anything. Yeah. I was like, "What?" I thought for sure we were getting like a new.
Yeah, like why are you out there? Why did we have you there?
He's just like, "Hey guys, I'm Matt Booty, and Xbox is successful. Have a good show."
Right. Don't forget about me.
And then we got Grounded 2.
Yeah, Grounded 2. And looks more grounded and more spiders and arachnids, which I'm glad for everybody out there, but
I don't know why everybody can't handle.
I'm sure I'll have a heyday. I'll just have floating orbs after me when I'm playing with Jacob.
There's a lot more different creatures than just spiders.
I know, but like this is like it's just spiders. That's all I can focus on.
You're not even looking at the environments. I mean, come on.
I understand, but look at the fucking freaky fuck creatures.
There was a Butterfree just in that last one.
You're right. There was.
Butterfree was fine.
Dude, you're riding ants. Ant mounts. That's not in fucking Grounded 1. That's new.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Mount tech.
Yeah, look at all this new gear. The environments look even more lush and detailed. Like we're already looking great in the first one. It looks like it's running very well, which is a big deal because the first one was tough to run on like
dude, what a cool success story, like Grounded was like a super small team that just came out coming July 29th.
Wow, preview. Wow, it's already coming. This is what we're doing next month. We're doing this next month.
Obsidian's freaking cooking.
But yeah, there was a super small team that broke off and made this, and I must have found a player base that's dedicated enough for this to be a renewed project. And again, Obsidian just continues to fucking slay for Xbox and put out one of the most valuable studios for them now. I'm sure, so that's cool
for sure. So next up, we got Chronos, the New Dawn. I'll be honest, there was so much I can't like. Do you remember this, Jacob? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, this is the one where Gage was like, "Oh, this looks like
Dead Space.
What'd you say?
Dead Space.
No, but then you said it was like another game, and I was like, no, it's definitely more like Dead Space.
Oh, I just thought that like some of the environments looked a little like where the corruption of whatever this alien stuff was happening looked a little bit like Half-Life Alyx. Like there was
right.
this type of like environment was happening in that game. Like, but
Yeah.
this looks like way more
Like
high def
here,
and crazy.
like this type of stuff. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
I could see that.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
the
to.
gameplay obviously is way more Resi Evil / Dead Space kind of vibe. You know?
Yeah. I mean, this game looks like I played through the Dead Space remake the year it came out, and it was just so goddamn good. It was one of my favorite games of the year. Never originally beat the first game, but I liked it. So I am just primed and ready for this shit. I cannot wait to play it. It looks fucked up, but it also looks like very detailed. And instead of just having like a crappy gun, it looks like you have real guns. So I think that there'll be like, it seems a little less survival horror and more like Resident Evil 4, like which I think Steven mentioned. Like you're not completely helpless in this horror game. Which is cool. So I'm down.
I do appreciate that, which means it's more likely that I will beat this one.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling weak in horror games, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like just the design. There's like a little bit of, obviously like HR Giger influence stuff. There's like, and it just feels like, there's some like almost kind of Silent Hilly stuff in there too, just or like Evil Within-y, like really kind of like heady horror stuff. So I just think this I'm very interested, should be cool.
Yeah, and apparently never forget the Twin Towers, which is on the left side of this graphic here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's move on.
God.
Bethesda.
Okay, ESO. We don't have to talk
we
about
had
this. Just
let's skip through
ESO stuff. We can skip that.
Just really quick.
And after that, it was.
Are you guys ever gonna play ESO? Yes or no? And then we move on.
No,
I will. I'll hop in every once in a while to check out.
Right. I own it. Maybe one day.
I own it too.
Maybe we will. Maybe.
Yeah. What's next?
Don't Nod's Fellion.
Yes.
Ooh, very interesting.
Gage.
I did mention Remember Me, which Jacob did not remember me, which also looked badass when they first showed it, and ended up being kind of meh.
Yeah,
like a big failure for Don't Nod. This, let's hope it's not that, because it looks damn cool.
Yeah, I see some kind of gameplay tropes already, like the sliding down things and stuff like that. But like if this, like, I still really loved the last 3 Tomb Raider games, and I've been kind of yearning for like that sort of action style game recently. Like I think it'd be fun for just big set pieces and like make, even if it's a very linear game. Don't Nod obviously has been branching out into these different types of games beyond just the Life is Strange and whatnot. So I think they've been a little bit of hits and misses. Like they had that Banishers, the Ghosts of New Eden game. That
people said was too long, I guess.
Yeah, and it was cool, but it seemed like it wasn't all the way there. They had that like Jusant they published, which was like the
Jusant is kick-ass.
I like that game a lot. Yeah, totally. There's been like are they Lost Records, Bloom and Rage? I don't remember.
No.
But no, okay, that's
I don't
someone else.
No. I'll have to look that up.
Either way, there's they've done some good and some bad recently. So but I still think that like I'm stoked to see them taking cracks at different stuff. So we'll see.
For sure. Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh no, I just want to say, like you said, Tomb Raider. Not so much like the combat gameplay, but like when shit's going wrong and you're trying to survive and slide down a
and you're running and
type of thriller gameplay. That seems to be what this is about. So and those are always really thrilling gameplay sequences. So a game just full of that, I think would be a fun time. Definitely like more of a cinematic type of game, type of experience, one that you could throw on the TV and show off to your family or something. So yeah, that's
visually striking, I'd say. The snow planet.
Be like, look, this is gaming.
yeah. It's like, oh, did you see the movie where Sandra Bullock is stuck in space? It's like that, but it's a video game.
God, that movie, man, like it gave me anxiety.
The movie's intense. You were right about Lost Records. It is Don't Nod. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is
no,
not.
No, like I said, it's easy to mix up. There's a lot of switch ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There are no ghosts at the Grand is the next.
Oh, very cool.
Now, This one I'm fucking 100% in on. This will be on the watch, wish, whatever list I can get it to play. It's got vibes from all kinds of things that I like. So yeah.
Power Wash Simulator mixed with like a like I don't know,
Management
like a
sim, maybe a little
management
bit.
sim,
Like,
yeah, mixed with like musicals and then like first person narrative game. Like, yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
walking simulator kind of vibes. Like, I'm super down.
will it be too overly ambitious though? Gonna
Mm.
do too much and not do anything well? No.
I don't know. The way it's presented in this trailer just makes me think it's just gonna be a joy, like to just
It just
play
looks fun.
and just because like there's this kind of gameplay, obviously. But then it's like there's also all this trippy shit going on. It's like there's like dimensional stuff. There's like Cthulhu stuff happening. Like to me, it will be one of those type of games where you just get real fucking high. You pull out the bong, you pick a massive rip, and then you sit down and play this weird ass game, and you just trip out. And I think it'll be one of those games people will remember because they're like, man, that game was crazy. Like every second kept me guessing. Like all these puzzles were kind of mind bending, but it didn't take away from the game, And I think that's what we're looking at here. Like this is really like top 3 things I'm looking forward to from this showcase.
Yes,
100%.
And then like we see some kind of like almost like blueprintsy things too, like gathering secrets, getting access to new rooms, like unraveling the story via like the way that you put this hotel back together, like, and then it goes full on Ghostbusters at some point. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love the musical aspect to it too. So yeah, can't wait.
And more Geiger kind of influence too in some parts.
Yeah, like this.
And this gun, whatever that gun is like, am I picking up a mess of something and shooting it back at, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
trippy.
It does kind of like, it's almost like a new version of the gravity gun to bring it back to Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
But it's more of a vacuum.
Yeah, more of a Luigi's Mansion vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Good shit.
Looks great.
Awesome. You gotta love to see
yeah.
just brand new shit like this. Like it's always just such a joy.
That's what I
2026.
Yeah. Stoked.
We saw a DLC from Age of Mythology, Heavenly Spear, I believe.
Yeah, I'm stoked for this.
Which is the Japanese mythology they're digging into.
Cool.
I mean, I definitely want to try it out for
Age
of Mythology. So
I'll be in there. For sure, like the remake of Age of Mythology, I think is called Reforged or something like that. Reimagined, I can't remember. But that was like kind of like these remakes we're getting where it's still the same old game. This is Nintendo footage again. Thank you, YouTube, for forcing us to rep the Switch 2. Hey, I said long live the Switch 2. I think YouTube heard me, so we'll get these ads in there too.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
But, yeah, it really is just Age of Mythology, just like remade and brought back into the modern era. So what's cool about this is like, I don't think it's DLC from the original. I think this is brand new content, which is excellent. So I think whatever happens with the story or whatever's going on with the game itself, you're gonna get some fresh ideas, some fresh writing, some fresh gameplay. So this is really something to look forward to. Even if you haven't played Age of Mythology, but you like real-time strategy games, I recommend that you play this shit on PC. And then the DLC will be a given. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the DLC. And then take me on, battle me. OM Jesus online. Let's go. I'll battle you. I'll take you down.
Hell yeah.
Anyone.
You guys know the strategy stuff.
Please.
God. You're right.
Onward.
Next up was a Mudong, 2 Hearts.
Very
I believe
cool.
that was pronounced.
Wow.
Ever Studios. Looks like
a new studio.
Incredible.
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Maybe not new, but I don't know of them.
Korean game. Looks like MGS, Metal Gear Solid, but like it's really cool. I like these like dual protagonists, like, or it seems like maybe 3. I couldn't quite tell how many, but really gorgeous looking game. Obviously, a lot of this was cinematic stuff, but then it was like cinematic gameplay too. Hard to know, but
yeah,
split
espionage, crazy
world
stuff.
Kind of thing. Like, yeah,
it could be.
Some modern like totalitarian craziness, maybe a little North Korea, South Korea
I was gonna
thing
say
going
some
on.
definitely government oppression looking stuff.
Yeah. So here's where the gameplay section starts in this trailer, and like, so it really, like, I don't know, I'm really getting Metal Gear Solid vibes from it, but it seems a little more actiony too. It almost has like a Resident Evil kind of vibe too, with just the way that the camera is staged.
I
at
was
least-
getting Control vibes from it, but
Totally.
yeah. So we can see the influences, right? But overall, like I think there's a void of games like this, or at least in the kind of vein of something like Metal Gear Solid. And I'm really excited to see this game come out and like scratch that itch for a lot of gamers. I think this one's gonna hit really hard, and if I'm not mistaken, it's coming to all the big consoles. So we'll all get to try it.
yeah.
Let's see.
Looks
great.
really cool. Definitely just another fun surprise out of left field. So that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. PS5, Steam, Epic, Xbox handheld.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
A lot of PS5 as well. Next we had, what the fuck was it? Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And we all, Jacob made the joke of we are.
We're what?
But it's what you're probably gonna do right before you play this damn game.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, get
Children
stoned.
of the
Take a
Leaf.
big rip.
Children of the Leaf.
Children of the Leaf. Give me that green.
I still need to play through the first. I've heard great things, but looks like more of that, right?
Totally worth your time. Great puzzles, heartwarming, whimsy, and just gorgeous graphics. Absolutely gorgeous graphics. So
yeah, totally worth it.
I'm excited about this for sure. I have to let my dog out of this room.
This year, I can't remember.
2026. So
2026. Okay.
yeah, I mean,
as he goes to take out the dog, we will take into the next section,
sure.
which we had like a Fallout 76 vamping thing, which was like about their fission expansion, which is fishing, I guess.
Fishing. That's really funny.
I mean, the fishing minigame looks kind of fun. I do want to try it out.
It does look fun. I love a good fishing minigame. Fantasy Life Jacob.
I'm going to buy it today. I promise. I'm going to buy it today.
And the cooking is fun too, dude. Like,
I can't wait.
Yeah, you're going to like
We're going to do some co-op in that game. Long live the Switch 2.
We're not the Switch 2. This is Xbox. Next up we had a solo leveling game. I can't remember the subtitle for it, but it looks kind of cool. 4-player co-op, right?
Yeah.
Action kind of. Go ahead.
The manga, the show, it's like an isekai almost, sort of like a negative isekai, like instead of you going to the world with the monsters come to our world, and it's centered in Korea. And so it's a Korean kid who's like really, really like weak when it comes to like the adventures. You really should watch it. But some shit goes down, and then he's able to level up, which no one else can do. And so he just gets overpowered so fucking fast. But he's always kind of like fighting by himself because everyone's corrupt and it's fucked up. And he just starts to get stronger. And then there's like some sort of like conspiracy kind of happening, I guess. I don't know. I have to watch more of season 2. But just having a video game version of just solo leveling itself. It's basically the manga, the anime is like a manga of a video game. So it's like, obviously, it's just like when Dot Hack was big. You remember that shit?
Yes.
And they came out with the games. Dude. It's like, duh, right? It's the same thing. So
like Sword Art Online or something like that. You know?
Yes, exactly. Definitely on the nose. Like, yeah, it should be. So this was going to happen.
Yeah. So I think like just as anime games go, like this will be middle of the road, like a good anime game for people who don't know the anime. Might not be the best game, but fans of the anime will probably love this. So 7 out of 10 IGN right here. Yeah.
Yep, calling it 7.
Yep.
Next we had Animo.
Okay.
Which
this
looked really interesting. Does someone else want to?
Gage needs to talk about this. In?
Yeah.
So this one was feels Pokemon-ish, right? Like there's there's obviously some Pokemon-ish look. That's a pretty Lapras looking creature right there.
Yeah.
But it looked cool. I mean, it looked like the world was really cool and whimsical. This is kind of freaky, the menus and stuff, but I like looking at these little guys and like I guess you're able to like play as them too, is what it looks like.
Yep.
So that's cool.
You are the Pokemon?
Yeah, it looks like you
can
become them.
She like turns into them. Yeah, so I wonder if there's like some almost Metroidvania type of stuff where you get to use their skills to do certain things.
It looks like it.
Look at these graphics though. Like
fun, just really fun. Like really, really cool.
I mean, they're like these are really amazing graphics in general. Like almost looks like a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
You know? But
it's full of
It was
character. You know,
oddish.
yeah, but it's
Come on.
very like
I love the
Astronaut,
coconut.
yeah.
The coconut crab is so good. I'm all about it. But look at
The
these
giant
weird
Kirby
weapons
hammer.
and stuff.
Like,
yeah. It does also kind of like look like what's that Pocket Pair game again?
Pal World.
Yeah,
Pal
there's
World a
some
little bit, yeah.
Pal World influence there. Like when you see these fights with the boss
Mhm.
meter at the top there. This UI just kind of looks like that
Yep.
game a little bit. But
does.
I
They
don't
saw
think it's
Pal
as-
World and saw an opportunity.
Yeah, because Power World at its core is a survival game, which I think hurts it, and it's why it doesn't fully hit for me. But like, this is gonna just be a fun animal game, and I think that everyone of all ages loves this type of shit, and it's going to be huge. I think personally.
I think this is gonna smack, yeah, for
But-
sure.
Look,
2026.
one thing to note real quick, not seeing PS5, not seeing Switch, not seeing
PS5.
Steam. It's just Xbox, PC, and
Interesting.
console. So it'll come to I'm sure it's coming to Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
I bet
it's
you
not.
it's- yeah.
It's
It's
just
a
gonna
big
have
deal
Play
there.
Anywhere. So it's interesting.
Huh.
Got it. Interesting.
We didn't see that. That's one thing I guess I wanted to touch on real quick was like I didn't see a lot of Game Pass
True.
Yeah.
for what we're seeing here.
I mean, obviously, we know that anything that's like straight up first party studios is going to go day and
Sure,
day to
it'll
day
be
pass.
there.
So like
Yeah.
Clockwork Revolution whenever that comes, and Grounded 2, and things like that. But
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah. Next up, we saw Pro Skater 3 and 4, 3+4. Now,
with some
what was
freaking Ninja
cool-
Turtles.
yeah, I was gonna say what was cool about this was the Ninja Turtles, and I think we saw some.
We also saw someone's
Like,
dad.
we're gonna have online.
We saw someone's dad here
Multiplayer?
talk to us at the beginning.
Yeah,
Riley Hawk.
is talking to us about skating.
Love you, Tony.
Right.
Yeah.
Every
in.
time I look at that dude, it just ages me.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. See pictures of him from the 80s as a child.
Yeah, it just continues to look stellar, dude.
Yeah.
This summer, right?
If anything, this just motivates me to play it even more. They're just showing so much off, and it looks like it's running so goddamn well, and looking great in 4K. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this. Looks like there's some crazy ray tracing there.
Yeah.
Accolades here. We got lots of customization. It seems like there's a ton. Oh, we're back to the Switch. There's a ton of what?
Paul Rudd.
Paul
There's
Rudd,
a ton of
yeah.
Paul Rudd.
I think Paul Rudd would play Tony Hawk 3+4.
And
He
seeing
would
the
play, yeah.
seeing the comparisons it was really cool. Yeah.
It was
This is-
nuts.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, but having it. Oh, there's fucking. Do you see who that is? This is Bam
Who is it?
Margera.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Bam.
In-game.
All right.
This is our
all right,
first
all right.
reveal of the actual in character
Wow.
in-game
Oh,
character
that's
model.
right, huh?
We've never seen this actually.
Right on.
It's like
Vibes.
aged Bam.
It
Well, they're
is-
all age appropriate in the game. Like
Yeah.
all these older skaters have that. I mean, I think they have the younger versions too. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cool,
so
so.
cool. But yeah, then we got the Ninja Turtles and the Doom guy. So good shit, dude.
Yeah,
Cannot
and they
wait.
seem to be the TMNT, the recent one
Mhm.
movie themed.
Yeah, the
like,
Mutant Mayhem or something. Or no,
Mutant
I forget what
Mayhem.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah, it
can.
was Mutant Mayhem.
I think you
Um,
can safely say that like that's what they look like now, kind of like how Nintendo.
Like, is that the new style? Yeah.
Yeah, like Nintendo's new Mario and DK. Like everyone's just kind of doing like a new version. So, yeah. And then there's
And we
fucking
saw the
Doom
Doom
guy. Get
Slayer.
out of here, dude. This is incredible.
Shredding.
Oh, by the way, the demo's out right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube,
Yes.
fucking play the demo and look where it is. It's literally
Switch to.
everywhere. You could probably even find the demo on the Switch 2 right now if you wanted to.
I don't.
Oh, I'm
Random.
I'm gonna look that up and figure that out, Steven.
Yeah.
See if I can get the
July
demo.
11th. That would be sick.
Great summer game.
Yeah, 100%.
At Fate's End is next.
Okay, I really have to
Mm,
use the potty, so I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll just keep going.
do it. Yeah, you.
yeah, let's keep going.
We've been at this for a
Yeah.
while. If you're watching just this video,
This was the one.
sitting here for 3
Okay,
hours.
this is like the first time I kind of felt like we could breathe for a second,
Totally.
even though it was from the creators of Spiritfarer.
Yeah. I was like not
I don't know. Like,
I just wasn't very like I don't know. Like I know Spiritfarer is a great dev. I didn't really play that game.
yeah.
And their art style was really great in this game, but like don't know why this is looking kind of I don't know. Not
what is it about
great.
it? It just
Like
milk toasty, you know?
right? It's like it almost like wants to be Castlevania, but it feels like
Yes.
it's like fan fiction artists. Like I don't know. We're talking shit and we shouldn't because it's probably really great.
No, sure. And
I'm
then why
sorry.
don't you come out and be really like touching and like beautiful, right? Like
Yeah.
like Spiritfarer was. I'm wondering if that's gonna be more the case where it be like, all right, let's focus on the character interactions and
I
like
don't know. No, look at this though. This is just
something
straight
about
up.
like
This is a straight up Metroidvania though. You know.
it does.
So
But
this
it's like
is
he's pulling
probably
blood
good.
and everything about it should be cool. For some reason, I'm
Yeah.
like I'm not like grabbed by it.
Yeah, there's just like I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I'm missing
Yeah.
the 20-second gameplay loop. Gonna like
It's not
Hook
that.
me,
I
I
just think
guess.
it's the look of it. I just think there's something about the look of it that just feels like mobile game, and I don't know why. You know, and
It
that's
looks
probably a me
bland.
thing.
like,
But it's coming to Game Pass,
like,
so next
everything
year.
has a coating of bland.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So I don't know.
Just like it's not great to look at, I want to say.
Yeah,
Like
that's kind of what's
my
wrong with
eyes
it.
don't like to look at it.
But you know, any Metroidvania
Um,
coming to Game Pass, I will try, and I'm sure this is going to
Sure.
be great. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
same.
see. We'll see. We'll see how we feel about it when it comes out.
Cool.
This
Gears.
obviously we saw what Gears Reloaded, I think they
Yeah.
called it,
Mhm.
and they showed all the different platforms and crossplay, right? Which is kind of cool. But
Yeah, cool.
you know,
Gears
maybe
everywhere.
I'll check it out again. I don't know if I need to play through it a 10th time, but
Yeah, I've played it through quite a few too, so
Well,
we'll see.
I
I-
want to see Gears 6.
I think I read somewhere that like if you have the Gears of War remastered game, this will update into Gears of War Reloaded. So like
Trippy.
we already have this on Game
Oh.
Pass like right now. You know what I'm saying? So on August 26th, if you had that game installed, an update will come out and then it'll update to this game. And so then you'll have the cross-play and
Oh,
be able to
okay.
play with people on PlayStation and everywhere. So that's just why I just wanted to put that out there. But not much of an announcement. Let's move on.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, yeah, cool. I'm good for people who are going to be playing on PS5 for the first time. So
Yes,
Then
obviously.
the worst kept secret of the show, Persona 4 Revival, which this leaked like a ship at sea that hit a freaking iceberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, play the violin because it got the thunder stolen a bit. Got the thunder stolen a little bit, but I think people whenever it happens.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play through it. I've never played through it. Love Persona 5. Yeah, I would love to. Hey, if I get an Xbox handheld, be sitting there playing handheld like Persona's meant to be played.
Mhm.
And yeah, no, I think it looks great. And the one thing is, like, we didn't get some clarifications. I thought there was going to be some sort of I don't know if maybe maybe it's just real. These voice actors aren't coming back for it, which is fine. I think with P3, when they did the remake, they had a new set of voice actors come in, and apparently it went really well. So maybe they're just doing that, but it felt like there was some sort of coordination with like all of the voice actors and the way that they like just fully leaked it, and it felt like maybe they were like, playing into it or something, and so it's just confusing that none of that was referenced here at all. So whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever.
weird.
Maybe it was just nothing. Maybe it was just nothing. It was just leaks. So whatever.
But hype announcement nonetheless, and the fact that it's coming to Game Pass, it just continues to show Atlus's new relationship with Xbox. So really, really interested to see where that goes in the future. If there's some more of a collaboration, or more games will come to Game Pass, or like if a new Disgaea came out, if that's like day one Game Pass or something. I've always been more of a Disgaea fan, but Atlus is just like one of those top tier devs these days. So them having like this
Sure.
relationship is really cool, because you don't gotta buy games for $70 all the time.
There you go. Heck yeah.
more Sea of Thieves. No, I want to let Jacob talk about this one,
Sea
I
of
think,
Thieves is
'cause,
good. We got a new update coming. Whatever. Move on.
Cool. Move on. I love it. I love it. Yeah, let's
Okay.
get through it. I
It's
like
fine.
And then the next one, which I was
Invincible.
excited for and then became less excited for, Invincible. There's a fighting game for the Invincible verse.
Yeah.
Skybound Games?
Skybound, yeah.
Skybound. So what did Skybound make before?
Skybound is like they're all over the place. I'll look it up for you. Keep going.
I
Okay.
think it was like a narrative driven game. Last one.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like this is straight up a 2D fighter. Like straight up.
Yep.
So
Yeah, they made the Walking Dead season 2. Saints and Sinners.
Okay, well, hey, Walking Dead, same comic book guy, right? As Invincible, so they already had a relationship with him, making games for for his property. So obviously, that's the relationship, less the game style. But what we see here,
that makes sense.
yeah, what we're seeing here, like what I am seeing as like a fighting game guy, as a very, very like barely tips his toe in, but at least I've seen a lot of fighting game footage and tournaments and stuff. It looks like they got some good move sets. There'll be some good combos and shit like that. And Invincible as a series, like there's a lot of really cool characters with a lot of cool powers and stuff. So it could work. But we'll see what the FGC has to say about this. We'll see if this shit is in Evo. I really doubt it.
Doubt it. I think this is gonna be more of just like some people will play it. Maybe it's more arcadey and did we get a Game Pass or anything on this? Probably
no,
not.
it says play anywhere, so I don't see Game Pass on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember seeing Game Pass for any of the games.
There are so like these
There's a few.
freeze frames I'm putting on screen here. You can't really see it. It's on the bottom left. There's a little white box that pops up. And a lot of these are saying Xbox Play Anywhere, so they're playing that up, especially for the handheld. Like if you buy it on either PC or Xbox, you'll be able to play it anywhere on either or the handheld. So I think that's kind of where their head's at with that. But then I have seen some that say Game Pass next to that little box. It's just like in the bottom left corner and kind of hard to see. So I think maybe if we could pull up a list of everything coming to Game Pass specifically, we can get that.
Probably be there.
But it's just like they really kind of, before it was really in your face, like Xbox Game Pass, right? It's not saying that, just like it's in the bottom left corner. Just take a look. Maybe it's there. I don't know. That's what's happening at the showcase, which I think is a very interesting decision. I think Xbox is like, we already know you know about Game Pass. We're not going to tell you about it. If you need to know, it's the bottom. You know what I mean? I think they're swinging their dick.
The platforms were definitely more prevalent. Like, okay, this is where it's coming to now. More stuff. Hey, look.
Yeah, they're adhering to their Activision Blizzard commitment where they own a fuck ton of all the video game publishers. So they're like, guys, we're not just Xbox. We're now like Xbox and PS5 and Steam. Like we're showing you all these games connected to us are coming everywhere. Don't come after us, government. Thank you.
Yep. A Fellion is coming to Game Pass. At Fates is coming to Game Pass. The Beast of Reincarnation is coming to Game Pass. Nice. So that's cool.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, right? Crazy. It's so crazy that the Game Freak is like
game on Game Pass.
What are you doing?
What is this?
High on Life 2 coming to Game Pass.
I felt like that would be one of the ones. I know one of the
Persona 4, Planet of Lana 2, and Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy. So a lot of it, actually. Yeah. Super Meat Boy 3D.
See.
So there are no Ghosts of the Grand.
See.
And there's a lot of good stuff here. As far as Game Pass goes.
Yeah, I think if you are re-watching the showcase like without us, like just want to rewatch it, just keep an eye on that bottom left corner of all of those like end title cards, and you'll see which ones have that. It's just interesting that they delegated to the corner. Now the hypest moment of all time.
Oh my god, dude.
Final Fantasy fucking remake on fucking Xbox and fucking Final fucking Fantasy fucking 16
it's
on
finally
Xbox
fucking happening.
It's a lot of F's.
Final fucking Fantasy.
So cool. I'm so excited about this. This is one of my biggest pops from this whole showcase, because like these are two really awesome games that I just have not played because they haven't been on my console, you know what I mean? So I'm so very excited about it because it's just like, oh yeah, here we are. We just get to dive in. No word about Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe it's another year or something, but that's
Yeah.
fine. I gotta play these, so I got time. It's fine. I'll wait.
Yeah, it'll come.
Very excited.
It'll if they're gonna put remake integrate on there,
Oh, yeah.
like why wouldn't they put the full story? So it'll be on there, and it's not coming until I think they said winter this year anyway.
Yeah.
So they just need more time to get it together. But the fact that Final Fantasy 16 is on Xbox right fucking now, it's shadow dropped on Xbox.
It makes me want to just
Literally.
go play it.
What are you even doing, Gage? Are you gonna do full gameplay streams of these games or what?
We'll see. I would love to do some Final Fantasy 16 for sure. That'd be fun. So we'll see.
You think Paul Rudd
just-
likes Final Fantasy 16?
No, I don't.
I think it's too heady for him.
I don't think he plays all that many video games in general. So we'll see.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe he does.
Well,
Maybe.
exciting. Well, I'm excited for you to play.
I'm
those
so
games.
excited. This really was a great announcement to get here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Keeper was the next one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
October 17th,
Double Fine.
Double Fine.
Very
Two
stoked.
back to back, like let's things that I wanted to see. I wanted to see what Double Fine was worth.
This is so weird, and I love it so much.
I think we all are like, I don't care what it is. I just want to know what Double Fine's doing because it's gonna be incredible no matter what it is. And this
it's
was
gonna be weird, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's like you're a lighthouse. Okay, all right, sure. I'm on
Yeah,
board.
you're a lighthouse.
Whatever you want to do, fucking Tim Schafer. I'm gonna do it.
A lighthouse that looks like it can't really hold itself up all that great. It's pretty good.
No,
Well, it's almost like you're a hermit
and you got a
crab.
bird friend.
It feels like almost like you're a giant
yeah.
hermit crab, but you're inside of a lighthouse instead of a shell.
Well, yeah,
Or,
because
you know,
look, you see the legs. They look
right.
for sure.
So I think that's kind of the vibe.
Really cool
Look at 'em.
visuals though. I love there's big colossal things, the light mechanics. I mean, it
Dude.
looks whimsical as all hell. Kind of reminds me of this movie called
Oh.
Nine. Have you ever seen that? It's
Yes.
like a
Yeah.
yeah,
cool.
like kind of Tim Burton-y in certain sorts of ways,
Yeah.
but Tim Schafer-y in other ways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I really,
If Tim and Tim did a game together, it would be trippy.
that
yeah,
would be
Gage, that was very astute. I liked that. I totally agree with you.
But yeah, excited.
Yeah, very, 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 very excited for this.
It just
Man,
it's trippy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah,
that's a
keeper.
Great name.
It'll be a
Great
keeper
name
for
too.
sure.
I think it's cool. I think it's a great name for it.
Game Pass. You can see it in the bottom
October
left.
17th, sooner than I thought.
Here, wait. Let me just scooch this window up just so you guys can see.
Yeah, Meg with the.
Do you see the
scooching.
little bottom left there? Xbox
I
Play
do.
Anywhere,
Look
Game
at that.
Pass.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. I just wanted to show it to you, so you saw.
Got you.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was-
Yes, sir.
watching.
Yes, sir. By the way, man, this overlay is so hot. I was just saying, it's so fucking good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love having it.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah, then Phil talked for a little bit.
I'm
Looking
sorry.
Phil.
Looking slim, Phil.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
Phil.
but I'm calling this Ozempic Phil, and I know that I'm supposed to be Mr. Xbox fanboy, and I know that's rude. So it's just a joke, people. It's
No,
just
he really
a
did
joke.
slim down though. Like he's looking.
I was hoping he wasn't like sick or something. I'm happy.
Yeah,
he's
me
not-
too,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
I
happy
think
he's
he
not
just-
sick.
Yeah, I think he's just got a trainer, man. He's like, look, man, now he has a really high position now, so he
He
has all that
does.
money,
Yeah.
like fucking looking great, buddy. You're looking great.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Good shit.
So yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was just talking about all his cool titles and talking about the.
and then he
Rock.
held the handheld. Yeah,
He's been the champion of that handheld for a long time, and I'm really happy it's here. So.
You got Matt
he's
Booty.
probably played the shit out of that.
We all are if we get one. We got Matt Booty
Oh my
shaking
God.
his booty in your face, and you got
Mm,
Phil
and then
Spencer
Ozempic.
wagging the nuts right in front.
And then he
of
said
the-
one more, and
the
then he
full
said one
moon.
more thing. He did the one more
Yes.
thing. So
There was the one more thing, and none of us called what this was until
fucking crazy.
the title card. So
Let's
like
get
it
to
was
So odd.
Oh, this was okay. Yeah, so weirdest trailer of all time. First of all, Last of Us Dad. Or no, not Last of Us.
Yes.
This Is Us Dad.
This is us. Yeah.
Which I think
or Heroes.
Heroes.
From Heroes. if
Yep,
you guys
that's the
remember?
other version.
Yeah.
He's the guy. His power in Heroes was he absorbs powers. So kind of like
Yep.
Rogue.
He took all the powers.
He was also from What's that fucking show? The show where it's the two girls in a small town and they're always eating pie. Fuck, what's that show called?
Oh, fuck. Yes, I know which one you're talking
It's
about,
the
Jake, but
it's the mother and the daughter, and then it's like
yep.
everyone
Gilmore
talks too
Girls?
fast. What?
No.
Gilmore Girls?
Gilmore
so.
Girls. Yes, thank you. He
Was
was he was the love interest of the young, the daughter in that show
Wow.
when he was younger.
Oh, really?
So
I must
same
share
same
that.
guy. Thank you, Cherry.
Okay.
Cherry says Gilmore Girls. Yes.
This was the craziest. This was the weirdest. We were all like Evil Within. We all just couldn't figure it out. We're like, what is this cosmic horror shit mixed with like modern day dystopian sci-fi? And then I'm very confused.
Yeah, it's very confusing, and it's using that guy's likeness, and I think he has one line in this entire trailer.
He's like, whoa.
And then underspoken, yeah.
Yeah, so there's all this trippy shit going on, and then all of a sudden he's geared up with a gun, and then it's like Black Ops 7.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, it's just like, oh man.
It made me definitely a little less hyped for sure. If this was like,
I would say,
big time.
But that being said, maybe Xbox is allowing the three different studios, well, 3 plus Raven, to kind of branch out for these different Call of Duty things.
I hope so.
And if that's the case, like, who knows? Maybe there is a truly different hue to this title, and it's if it's future tech mixed with all, I don't know. Maybe it's interesting. Maybe it'll be cool.
Yeah. This is Black Ops 7. This is made by Treyarch. So our buddy Alex, who's super into these, was like, well, they get really heady. They do kind of like trippy stuff. It's like basically if you want like a really good story in a Call of Duty game, you want Treyarch to do it. You're looking at the Treyarch games to stand out as like a really like it's just something different, and this trailer is showing us that. But then again, you hear Call of Duty and you're like, oh, it's a shooty game, like all this stuff meant nothing, but that's not necessarily true.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say like, my primary interaction. Okay,
yeah,
sounds good. Kind of a weird way to end the show ultimately, but I mean, at the same time, like, they have to, like, like Call of Duty is their huge ass money maker, and like they're gonna they're gonna do it. So
if we're gonna
do it,
if we're gonna take the tone from this trailer, maybe this game will actually be pretty kick-ass, like besides just the normal COD bro multiplayer shit. So hey, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe it's with it being on Game Pass, or coming in like maybe like just play the campaign and then download the giant 200 gig game off your console. And then yeah. So but I haven't played a Call of Duty campaign in probably 10 years. So we'll see if
same.
We'll see if I do. But
it's been a
while.
Try. No word of Game Pass, but it's obviously going to be on there. So just don't worry about that.
I mean, yeah, I think that happens.
Yeah. Cool. Play it day one, Game Pass. Zombies, I might check out for a little bit, and then don't know.
That's cool. True. Cool, y'all. All right. Well, that is the end of the regular showcase. I don't think we're going to go too deep into Outer Worlds 2, but if you guys want to just say anything else about it here, and then we can kind of wrap up our thoughts. But
so during this, while this was happening, we were like furiously uploading reacts videos to YouTube.
Yeah.
So I paid a lot less attention, but I kept peeking back at it. I will say what I saw as someone who hasn't played Outer Worlds 1 is Outer Worlds 2 looks like a very cool game with a lot of the RPG systems you want. I'm hearing it's a lot bigger than the first one. It's graphically impressive times 10, especially if you compare it to the first game. It looks like it's going to be like longer of an experience, like 40 hours to beat 80 to 100 to 100%. There's so much character going on. There's so much going on with the character creator and the stats and everything. So like to me, this looks like, yeah, I get why it's their big tent pole. I think we're not getting a Fallout fucking anytime soon, but guess what? We have Outer Worlds 2. It's going to be like essentially your Fallout, like, as our friend Arturo was saying, like about every kind of game style. And it'll be the best version of a game like that. Very, very possibly. So I think that them Xbox starting with this game and then diving deep into it here was great. And then let's not forget John Ralphio, that one actor guy. What's his name again? That comedian. He was filling out the interstitials in between gameplay segments with like funny skits and shit like that.
Director of sequels was the title. That's great.
I'll look up his name. I just forget his name right now.
Yeah.
But that's like basically everything I have to say. I just wanted to give like a setup for you guys. So take it away, buddy.
It looks
Go for
fun,
it,
dude.
Steven.
This game looks like everything I want. I had loved from the first, and polishing out some of the rough edges, and just diving more deep into the systems that I liked from the first one. So
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think one of the reasons that I felt comfortable like turning away from this and just kind of looking up here is one, we've already seen a lot from this game, and there was an IGN first with like a whole month-long bit of content, about some of which I watched. And then
Nintendo.
we'd seen some trailers. Oh yeah, Nintendo. And then I loved the first one, and I played it through. I played one of the DLCs but not the other. I just think, I heard them re-review it on Kind of Funny recently, and I'm kind of just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna play Outer Worlds too. I really love Avowed, what I'm playing through it so far. I got to get back to it because Claire Obscure butted into its lunch, and now Elden Ring Night Rain. But I will finish it before the end of the year because I really love it. I think the combat has just gotten better and better. These guys have started to make some of the most fun and enticing and kind of like first person combat, and obviously there's a lot more guns in this game, so we'll see how all the shooty feels, but it looks updated from before, and the graphics look fucking amazing, and just love the personality of an Obsidian RPG, and they get to get weirder and wackier in this version, so I'm excited about it.
One thing I did have a question about with this was how they're going to line up the story. Are they going to try to continue off from which I don't want to spoil it, I guess, because now it's relevant and people are going to want to go play the first, right? Which you absolutely should. You should play it. The ending, there's a very like big choice you make, and I wonder how they're going to implement that into this game, if at all. That being said, fuck, like I just give it to me, man. That's why, like I was saying when we were watching, I just want to play it. I just want to play the thing.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too. I'm like, I don't really need to see anymore. I'm just like ready to rock.
Yep.
So, but this is like one of their big games this year, and so that's very cool. I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. So, I think it ultimately earned its spot as like this big deep dive. I just think for me personally, it's like I was already sold, so I enjoyed watching what we watched. But I'm like, let's play the fucking game. Let's do it.
It's like seeing more of Doom, right? Like I was already sold on Doom.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here and give our final thoughts. But just before we do, any like highlights of the show? Just like last final things you guys are thinking about this.
Go ahead, Steven.
Ninja Gaiden.
Nice.
I was reminded about Ninja Gaiden, and that made me excited. And I fucking love Ninja Gaiden. So yeah, that was for me. Obviously, Final Fantasy was probably like the biggest hype surprise, I guess, sort of surprise moment. I don't know. I feel like it had to happen eventually, but it's cool that it came. So
yeah, totally. Jacob, how about you?
There's just so much here. There's so much great. I mean, the ones you guys touched on, obviously, yeah, agreed. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, really excited. Animo, think that'll be huge. Age of Mythology DLC, obviously stoked. Keeper, Final Fantasy 7, like you said, the Xbox handheld being finally shown off here. A lot of hype there for me. Clockwork Revolution's looking great. Blood of the Dawnwalker, who doesn't like vampires? I mean, there's just everything here. There was even a 3D platformer. I mean, come on, Super Meat Boy 3D. No one saw that coming.
Let's go.
So I think they delivered on like a lot of levels. I think that you can't. I don't know. The way I see it, everyone found a game they could play in this showcase, and I think that makes for a good showcase for people. And a lot of it, if not all of it, coming to PS5. So I don't think a gamer alive can be upset about anything that happened in this showcase. We're all gonna be happy we can game on all this stuff. Xbox Game Pass players just have more and more to look forward to, as always. And hey, you're gonna have another ROG Ally option that's officially Xbox, co-developed. And I think that being a big tentpole of this was huge for me. But overall, loved it. 9 out of 10, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, just a really cool swath of games. I think like something for everyone here in a lot of ways. We got updates about things that we were wondering about. We got, just more additives to the ecosystem, which has become such a staple of Xbox's brand and experience in general. I think, some big standouts for me, Clockwork Revolution has just skyrocketed to being one of my most anticipated games, even if it comes a little ways away. Cool surprises like Resonance, Plague Story, Mudang, mystery still sort of, but definitely has me intrigued. And then the Final Fantasy announcements are huge. Seeing Chronos, awesome games like No Ghost at the Grand. I think that's just like such a cool and unique game. So I'm very excited about that. And then we got all the other updatey things, but yeah, Tim Schafer, we got it, we got everything we needed, and we're gonna the other stuff that we're thinking about in the Xbox land. Like I'm pretty rest assured we're gonna hear about it when the time is right. And then yeah, that handheld that's one I'm gonna have to be like, well, okay, can I get this for Christmas for myself? Maybe so. We'll see how it goes.
Let's see the price. Oh, by the way,
let's see the price.
Right?
Ben
That's what I was-
Schwartz. His name was Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz, yes. But yeah, man, a smattering of great games, kind of big and small, but I think all interesting. And on another note, had a blast doing this with you guys. Hi, Send Nuggies. But yeah, had a blast doing this with you guys today. I'm proud of us for doing the quick turnaround on all that stuff. And so thanks, chat, for bearing with us while we were doing that. But fun to just hang out and nerd out with you guys. So
good shit.
Yeah, we got a lot more cool content coming up around all of the Summer Games Fest stuff. We're gonna do some more breakouts. This video will be on youtube.com/@neongaming dimension if you want to watch there, if you missed the live stream. And then we're gonna do like a Summer Games Fest roundup later on next week after we get a chance to watch some of the other indie stuff that we missed just yesterday and then maybe later today too. So check us out for all things gaming. 5 Minute Gamer, Gamers Gaming. We got Neon Topic, which is like our in discussion show here that's like more about specific topics in the gaming industry. And then check out Neon Pocket Dimension for shows like Vibe New, which is a cool internet show or interview show about nerding out on anything that Jacob hosts. We got improv stuff over there. We got all sorts of good stuff. And then Odd Valley is our other lifestyle and just, I would say, fun and comedy channel with things like the Odd Valley Tavern, which Jacob also hosts, the drinking show. Good stuff.
Yeah, we got one scheduled for June 27th. So look forward to that.
Heck yeah. And then keep an eye out on our channels on TikToks and YouTube and sometimes Instagram when I get around to posting them. That Steven makes. He makes amazing stuff for all of our channels, so that's really cool. More of that to come soon, I'm sure. So, yeah, guys. Summer Games Fest. Here we are. Go play your Switch 2s and have some fun.
Oh, yeah, we need to try out Game Chat. All right, so remember, long live Switch 2. Long live Xbox. Long live Ozempic, Phil Spencer, and thanks again for another great Xbox showcase, everyone. We love you. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be in trouble for this. I'm the only one saying this shit.
We love you, Phil. Everyone, thanks so much. See you next time.